So in the previous lecture I have given the introduction of organic chemistry. That means it is the study of a specific carbon compound, and the carbon is the whole soul or the major element in the organic chemistry. Why the carbon? Because the carbon has the maximum catenation property. Catenation property, that means it has the capacity or it has the tendency to form the compound or by its own element. Now I am coming to the point of the classification of organic compounds. Classification of organic compounds. So we broadly classified the organic compounds in two parts. First, it is the acyclic compound, and second, it is the cyclic compound. As the name indicates, the cycle. Cycle, that means the carbon can form the cycle-like structure. You can see that here are the two valencies of carbon. So and we know that the carbon is tetravalent. So the rest of the two valencies are satisfied by the hydrogen, like H2. Again 1, 2, it will come H2, H2 and H2. But the cyclic compounds are not in your syllabus. Only the acyclic compound, as the name indicates, that means it has the tendency to form the acyclic compound. The other name of acyclic compounds are the open chain compound, and one more name is aliphatic compounds. So open chain compounds, aliphatic compounds and the acyclic compounds all are same. As the name indicates, acyclic compound, that means it is the acycle, like it will not in the closed form, it will remain in the open chain form. That's why the other name of acyclic compounds is the open chain. Here you can say it can form the cycle-like structure, but here you can see that it is the open chain-like structure. This is the open chain of 5 carbon. You can form the open chain of 4 carbon. And I have already told you the rest of the valencies are satisfied by the hydrogen only, because it will come under the hydrocarbons. So it is the 1, rest of the valency 1. So if you hide like this, the 4 valency of the carbons are satisfied only. Here 1 and 2, the rest it will, you can write like this, you can write like this, you can write like this, and here 1, so rest of the valencies. So you can see all the carbon are satisfied by the 4 valency. So you can see this is the open chain like structure. It is a chain. You can see it is a chain of carbon, but it is not in the closed form. So it is the open chain structure. It is the acyclic because it is not forming the cyclic like structure. So the other name of open chain compounds are acyclic compound, and one more name is the aliphatic compound. Now I am coming to the point of, because it is the part of your ICSE board syllabus, so only focus on the aliphatic, open chain or the acyclic compounds. And basically hydrocarbons are in your syllabus. Hydrocarbons means the compounds that are made up of only carbon and hydrogen element. So in the open chain, aliphatic or acyclic hydrocarbons or the organic compounds, there are 2 types of hydrocarbons. Okay, they are the 2 types of hydrocarbons. First, it is saturated hydrocarbon, and the other is unsaturated hydrocarbon, because the hydrocarbon is in your syllabus. So again, open chain, aliphatic or acyclic. Again, I have divided this open chain or the aliphatic or the acyclic compound into 2 parts, because these all are the hydrocarbons, saturated hydrocarbons and unsaturated hydrocarbons. Why this is known as the saturated hydrocarbons? Because here all the 4 valencies of the carbon are satisfied by the single bond only. This is the new term for you. Suppose we are forming the compound of 2 carbon. Okay, rest of the 4 valencies are satisfied by the hydrogen only. So we will write like this. So You can see here carbon and carbon are attached by the single bond only. That means all the 4 valencies of the carbon are satisfied by the single bond only. That's why these are known as the saturated hydrocarbons. So that means what are the other options for why these are known as the unsaturated hydrocarbon? Same example I can quote here. They are the 2 carbon chain. So I can form the 2 carbon chain. But carbon-carbon double bonds are there. When the double bond is there, that means you can write like 4 valency of carbon, 2, 1 and 1 more hydrogen. You can write here also or you can write here also. Again you can highlight this 2 valencies, rest of the 2 valencies are satisfied by the hydrogen only. So you can see that unsaturated hydrocarbons, that means all the 4 valencies are carbon are not satisfied by the single bond only. That's why these are known as the unsaturated hydrocarbon. One more option for the unsaturated hydrocarbons are, suppose again you are forming the different compound and carbon-carbon triple bonds are there. So 3 valencies, 1 more valency and H1 will come here and 1 will come here. So that means these are known as the unsaturated hydrocarbon. They are the 2 options. One option is carbon-carbon double bond is there and in between the carbon there are the triple bond is there, but not the single bond. So come to the point, there are the 2 types of hydrocarbons. There are the 2 types of acyclic compounds. First it is the saturated hydrocarbon and the other it is the unsaturated hydrocarbon. Saturated hydrocarbons are those hydrocarbons where all the 4 valencies of carbon are satisfied by the single bond only. You can see single bond. But in the unsaturated hydrocarbons, there are the 2 options. It may be double bond in between the 2 carbons or it may be triple bond between the 2 carbons, but never single bond. So here all the 4 valencies of the carbon are not satisfied by the single bond, double bond, and here it is the triple bond. So finally, open chain or acyclic compounds are 2 types, saturated or the unsaturated hydrocarbons. Now the technical name of these saturated hydrocarbons are, these are known as the alkanes. Okay, this you are studying the language of organic chemistry. Language of organic chemistry, that means these are the terms which we are going to use because we are going to study the IUPAC nomenclature. IUPAC nomenclature, that means what is the full form of IUPAC nomenclature? International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. So in the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry, or in the short form you can say IUPAC, the other name of saturated hydrocarbons are alkanes. Okay, alkanes. Now what are these are the fixed names, so you will have to just memorize the name. The other name of saturated hydrocarbons are alkanes. Alkanes, the general formula of alkanes are, it is alkane, ALKANES. The general formula of alkanes are CnH2n plus 2, so that you can form the so many hydrocarbons which comes under the alkanes. For example, if you put n is equal to 1, just simple maths, n is equal to 1, so you will not write the 1 over here, 2 to the 4 and 2 plus 2, so in this way it will come the formula CH4. Okay? The first name of alkane CH4. If you put n is equal to 2, it will come C2H6. If you put n is equal to 3, it will come C3H8. If you put n is equal to 4, it will come C4, you can see, it will come C4H10. n is equal to 5, it will come C5H12. Now, what are the names for that? There are some rules for it. When you put n is equal to 1, there is always prefix for this, and the prefix it will remain mith. M-I-T-H, mith. This you will have to memorize it. And the suffix that means which will come after. Suffix will remain same and it will come A. So the name of CH4 is methane. Second, when you put N is equal to 2, there is a prefix, that is a fixed prefix for it. It is eth, E-T-H, and the suffix will remain same. So the name is ethane. N is equal to 3. What is the prefix for it? It is pro. And suffix will remain same. It is ane. So the name is propane. When you put N is equal to 4, C4H10, the prefix is bute. And the suffix will remain same, ane, because this all are come under the category of alkane family. And bute, and the suffix is ane. N is equal to 5, that is prefix is pent, and suffix is ane. N is equal to 6. When you put 6 over here, it will come C6H14. Hex, and suffix is ane. So likewise only, it is all given in your books. So first compound under alkane is under the saturated hydrocarbons, where all the 4 valencies are satisfied by the single bond only, methane. Second compound it is ethane. Third compound it is propane. Fourth compound it is butane. Fifth compound it is pentane, hexane, then 7 heptane, octane and nonane likewise it is all given in your book. So this is the saturated hydrocarbon, all the 4 valencies are satisfied by the single bond only. It comes under the acyclic, aliphatic or the open chain compound.